Hello, my name is Martin Hedayat. Today is September 1st, 2023. Today we'll be filming a video source inspection on a 4400S. Customer is located here in the United States. For confidentiality purposes, we will not be providing their name, but their PO number, which is 0691-02. I'll be going through the process of the 4400S. Currently have 8-inch substrates with an A192 81M low profile cassette. Go ahead and shut this door and get this process started. As you can see, we're currently in a rinse cycle with about 20 seconds left. Then we'll go into a slow purge and jump into our dry 1 and dry 2. This customer sent in this 4400S for a fully refurbished system. What we did was chemically cleaned and EP'd not only the bowl of the rotor, the chamber, but also the rotor inside. Evaluated every single component, tested, cleaned, and made sure it was in like new condition. As you can see, we're currently purging with about 3 seconds left, and then we'll jump into our dry 1 cycle, which is about 2 minutes and 20 seconds. We'll be going into about 1,000 RPM on this, just one of the processes in the step. We're currently using a PSC 102 controller. As you can see, the poly's all cleaned up. Got a new label on it as well. I'll walk you through the steps that we're currently in. Step 3 is what we're currently sitting at. The time is currently showing 105 seconds with a resistivity set point about 22. Majority of our customers do send these in because they would like us to test, clean, and evaluate their systems, make sure that all their components are currently working, and we would add a 1-year warranty just for their mind at ease. This system is up to 12-inch process capability. Right now we're running a 200 millimeter. But if we wanted to go to a larger scale, we can. This system has not only a main breaker, but an EMO switch on it as well. Here at Sitek, we not only provide 100% spare parts and service for the SRD, but we also provide 100% spare parts and service for HTC 4000, 8000, 8010, 8020, and 8030, along with mask cleaners, support for mask cleaners, photoresist pumps, and so on and so forth. All right, we got about 20 seconds left in our step 3. And then we're going to be jumping into the dry 2 cycle. And we'll take a look at how our RPM is going to switch right here shortly. All right, now we're getting into that next phase with a longer time and a lower RPM. As you can see, we're currently sitting at roughly about 4 minutes, a little over 4 minutes, with a RPM at about 500. In the previous step, you would see that the heater was on. It shows the system is powered and the door is sealed. Very important, making sure that there's no water spewing at you or any N2 coming at you either way. We've really taken the time with this unit and made sure that we've cleaned out the poly, cleaned out all the components in the back, organized it, labeled it, and made sure that it's ready to go for the customer. We typically do about 50 runs in our quality check so we can ensure that there's no issues or problems that may occur. We are very thorough with what we do with our quality and our final test or wet test. At Sitek, we have two employees dedicated to each of our customers, an inside salesman and an outside salesman, along with a manufacturing team that is there to fully support. If you have any questions while you're in the fab or you have a down tool, please feel free to give us a call. As you can see, if we're shifting over here, we're currently working on another tool as well. This one's a fairly smaller tool. Currently just going through the dry testing as of right now. One thing I'd like to notice, to show, is we have recently, in the last 5 years, have came up with our Sitek Slick device graphical controller. This graphical controller is plug and play with the PSC 101 and also with some minor configurations with the PSC 102, as you can see that we're currently working on. There is log time, alarms that will set off, and you can see a full display of every component that's currently working as far as LPP, your rinse cycle, your PSIs, your heater blankets. Another very awesome thing, a lot of people are going carbon these days, or that green footprint. During your idle time, typically what you'll see in the little older units is with the PSC 101 and the 102, you're going to have, when you're in idle, your N2 is going to be still blowing. But we have done some enhancements with our Slick device where during idle you come to a complete shut off of the purge. So there's no N2 spewing, which saves, as we see in the market right now, probably about $2,000 a chamber in a year span. Depends on your process times and your running. So it's really a good movement for us to be in this market with the N2 pricing and liquid nitrogen prices skyrocketing, because we can save money for your fab and your team will be very satisfied. Just a couple highlights right there. We'll go back to our system. We're showing about 1:30 left on this. Still sitting at roughly around that 500 RPM mark. Everything looks like it's going great. All right. Typically on a cycle like this, we make sure that we have our rinse, a purge, a dry 1, and a dry 2. Making sure that it's programmed for you correctly, although some teams or some customers may have a different process than ours. We're just finishing this cycle here shortly with about 30 seconds left. I hope everyone is going to enjoy their Labor Day weekend coming up, as today is Friday, September 1st. It's going to be a nice hot one out there. All right. Hitting the 10-second mark, coming down just to finish this process. What we'll do is evaluate the outside of the bowl, making sure that the heat's still there, making sure our substrate's coming into a complete stop. The piston dropped up to a 12 o'clock mark. The window seal is released, and we're going to open and evaluate. The water spots looks great. Everything looks fabulous. And that will complete our cycle and complete the process. Thank you for taking the time to watch me shoot this video, and I hope you have a wonderful Labor Day weekend.